What if filming YouTube video could be easy and maybe fun? But right now you're stressing about audio and video gear, feeling like you're not an expert enough to be on video, conscious about how you look, how you sound. Will I get trolled in the comments? Then you see your competitors who are already killing it on YouTube and you just think, man, I stand no chance. Might as well just give up. I get it. I've been there. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to be more confident on video. So don't worry, I'm not going to give you some lame ass tips like pretend to talk to a friend. The truth is there's actually 5 deeper causes of why you don't feel confident on camera. And in this video, I'm going to be revealing what those 5 things are, how to overcome them, so you appear more confident, natural, and actually enjoy making videos to promote yourself and your offer fast. So these are the 5 things that I check with myself every time before I create a YouTube video like this. And those are number 1, purpose, scripting, editing, equipment, and confident editing. And we're going to uncover all these elements one by one, plus a downloadable cheat sheet in the description you can download to instantly boost your confidence whenever you feel a little down before you record a video. All right, so before we get into the 5 points, I want to get this one point out of the way, is that a lot of you fear being on camera, but I want you to realize it's actually very hard to grow a YouTube channel from scratch. Especially your first 20-30 videos is going to have really low views. Nobody's going to see it anyway. So you can comfort yourself by telling, you know what, no one really cares. Nobody knows you. You can make as many mistakes as you can, okay? All right, with that out of the way, let's dive into the 5 points. So the first element is your why. So if you are an expert and you're trying to get on video to promote yourself and your offer, there's always that pressure to appear like an expert online. I understand. I had that pressure too when I started on YouTube. But what I realized is when I try to appear more of an expert than I actually am, it made the video really stiff, very unnatural, and it's just not me. I'm not like that. I am an expert in my field, but if you overdo it, it feels weird. The video becomes boring because it's so dry. Does this sound familiar? The quick fix to this is I know a lot of you are doing a lot of how-to videos because how-to videos show your credibility, right? That you know how to do this. But the problem with creating how-tos is you're telling people what to do. You create a video about how to do something, and then they watch it and they'll be like, no, that's not how you do it. That's the wrong way to do it. So you're basically inviting them to troll you in the comments. So if you don't want to deal with that, change your video approach from how to do something to how I did something, because that takes off a lot of pressure off you. Because right now you're not telling people what to do. You're telling, hey, this is what I did. This is what works and what didn't. So there's no pressure telling people, hey, do this or that. When you tell the story, it feels more natural. You're not so stiff. It's less hard selling. It lets your real personality comes out. This is how I would speak to my friend. It really connects with the viewers. The problem with how-to is it gives you step-by-step what to do. ChatGPT AI can give you all that answer. People don't need the info anymore. They want connections. So when you switch to how they resonate with your story because they want to see how you did it. And that's how you get people to connect with you. Another reason why you feel pressure to create a certain video is because you're not connected to your higher purpose. Why are you creating this video? Are you creating a video to sell your offer? Because if you are, that is operating in a scarcity mindset. You're acting from a wounded place and your audience can see right through you. You're trying to sell them something. And when that's obviously got their guards up, you're not going to get leads or clients. The realization for me is when I worked with my mindset coach and he asked me, what is your higher purpose? So we identified, I want to make this much money, but then what's the reason above that? We did layer by layer. I figured that I want to share my knowledge, I help other people and be paid for it. And I really want to enjoy the journey. So that was my higher purpose. The money is secondary. Sometimes when you feel pressured because you feel like an expert must do this video, ask yourself one thing. If I could imagine myself already successful, would I make this video? If you can't visualize your future self, reopen your mission statement. You must have a mission statement. For me, I want to help business owners worldwide get on YouTube so they can get more clients and leads because that has worked well for me. I want to help other people do the same thing. So the money is the byproduct of that. So if you ever feel the pressure to be an expert, filming feels better if you connect while you're doing the video to a higher purpose. That's how you appear more authentic because you are an authentic person. How can you become authentic on video if you are not authentic? So revisit your mission statement. Why are you creating the video? Beyond money. There must be a higher cause. You want to help somebody, you want to change the world, whatever it is. That's your higher cause. Okay, so now we got the first step out of the way, which is your why. Let's go to the second confidence booster, scripting. Should I script my videos or just wing it? All of your favorite creators out out there, they all have some sort of script. And a script doesn't have to be like a full paragraph. It could be a bullet point. It could be on a napkin. Doesn't matter. So the whole point of the script is to sound confident in your video, so you know what to talk about in specific order, so your information makes sense to flow from the problem to the solution to the offer that you're trying to promote. So without the script, you tend to ramble here and there. You don't sound like an expert. So you need some sort of script. Plus, I don't know about you, but the way I work is sometimes I sit down to write the script and I don't have time to film and edit because I'm a parent, I have kids to take care of and stuff like that. So I batch script videos, and then maybe tomorrow I have 3 hours to film all these videos in one go. When you have a script, you can do batch recording. If you don't have a script, it's hard to wing 3-4 video ideas at a time. Scripting is really important for you to sound more confident and your ideas flow perfectly the way you want it to be, right? So my rule number one in creating a script is that I need to write as I speak. Then, before I record this video, I actually read out my script out loud so it sounds like me. I don't use AI to write my script. I write it first and then I put it into AI and ask, okay, is the grammar correct? Does the flow work well together? What should I rearrange? That's all I want the feedback from AI. Then I read it out loud again. And if it doesn't sound like me, it will not sound like me on video. So the second point is, should you do full scripts like paragraph, or should you do bullet points? So it really depends on your style. Even for me, sometimes I do bullet points, sometimes I do full paragraphs, but usually a hybrid. So I often script out my intros and outro word by word because that's the most important part. But the body, which contains all my stories, is just bullet points. Talk about this story and the key learning lesson, and talk about this story and then the lesson from that story. You gotta experiment which one works for you. Some people like a Miro board presentation, a PowerPoint presentation. Some people like a Google Doc. Some people like to read like an actual paragraph. You gotta experiment, see which one works for you. Find your sweet spot and make sure you enjoy the process. Confidence booster number 3 is editing. It's actually the secret weapon. I want you to know that nobody records everything perfectly. Even your top creator, they all fumble, stumble, have to do retakes, say ums and ahs. That's normal. We're human. That's how we talk. Editing takes out most of those. When you play it back, it sounds like they're perfect, but they're not. Okay, so you should think of editing as a safety net. When you know that, oh, if you've misspoken something, you have a little bit of mistake here and there, most of those can be handled by editing. It takes off so much pressure while filming because you're allowed to make mistakes. It's okay because the editing can take care of it later. So I want to give you an example here of a raw footage that I have, and with just like 5 clicks using AI, it helps me remove all the ums and ahs, all the stuff I don't want. This is crazy. So I remembered when I first started my YouTube funnels agency, I was doing the YouTube videos for them, and one of the feedback that he had, he felt more confident working with me, where he doesn't have to worry too much when he makes mistakes because he fears that he has to be perfect for video. And after working, he realized you don't have to be perfect. All these imperfections can be edited later out. So that took a lot of pressure for him, and he started to enjoy making videos, and he started to submit more videos faster. So what we're tackling in this video is about how to be confident enough to speak in the first place, but then you gotta edit it, but then you gotta review it. So all these together makes you feel like you don't even want to start. So this video, we're talking about how to start, be confident enough to talk on video, but I'm gonna let you know the next move is editing. Right now, simple editing software that uses AI can basically just edit the whole thing for you with 5 clicks. Watch this video to see how I did it. And the third fear that you would usually have is like, oh, now I gotta review my own video. I gotta listen to how I speak and appear online. That's just cringe, right? When AI helps with the editing and you play it back, it eliminates all the weird stuff. So when it comes time for you to review your own footage that's already been edited, it actually sounds pretty good. You'd be quite surprised. Because even for me, if I have to manually go through my raw footage of this video here, I would probably jump out the window. It's really cringe. But when I put this raw into AI, and it did the magic work for me, then when I went through it, it's like, hey, it's actually pretty good. It's better than I thought it would be. The point here is you need to trust the editing process, especially nowadays with AI tools making this whole thing a lot simpler and faster to help fix all the slip-ups. So you can let go of needing to be this perfect human being on camera. We're human, we all make mistakes. The AI editing software will take care of all the imperfections for you automatically. All right, so trust the editing process. Okay, so point number 4 on how you can be more confident on video. Equipment. So a lot of you, when you're starting out, you might be overwhelmed with audio gear, video gear, lighting, all this stuff. And I understand because I used to be a gearhead, right? Because I watch all these tech reviews and I want that. But it just gives me a lot of excuse not to film myself. because I keep telling myself, okay, I'm gonna start filming when I have this fancy camera. And then when I did have the fancy camera, okay, I'm not gonna start filming until I have this fancy lens for this fancy camera. Okay, now I have that. Okay, I'm not gonna film until I have this fancy mic. I'm not gonna film until I have this fancy light setup studio thing that I look like this YouTuber now. So that's all excuses. It's excuse you give yourself to not record, because recording a video is very uncomfortable. So if that's a thing you tell yourself, hey, let's not do that right now. Let's buy all this stuff first, right? You're lying to yourself. As a business owner, we need content. Videos pumped out fast. I found out if you want to create a lot of good videos fast, the simpler your setup, the better it is. Because now you're not distracted by all the gear. If you have an idea, like I want to make this video, then okay, let me get out my laptop, set up my camera with the tripod, and then this thing needs to be connected with this, and then now the mic is here. It's just a lot of friction. But what if you have an idea, you just talk to a client, okay, I'm gonna make a video answering what my client just asked so I can help other potentially so they can DM me. So just whip out your phone and start talking. Like this if it's for LinkedIn, or like this if it's for YouTube. The simpler the gear, the better. I learned this the hard way. In my home studio, I have the full setup. Camera, light, mic, everything. It's really high friction to start video. Up until like right now, I have to stay at my in-laws. When I have to travel, I can't carry on my studio. So it forces me to be minimal. My laptop, one camera, and a tripod. I don't even have a fancy mic right now. This is the inbuilt mic. So with this setup, I have no more excuses. I have a video, a script. Let's record right now. The key takeaway is don't let gear be your roadblock or your excuse. Simple works, simple gets video done, and simple gets you clients. Seriously, a lot of you would do fine with your iPhone. Smartphones are so good. Maybe buy a tripod. That's it. Stop making excuses. You do not need fancy cameras, okay? So the last confidence booster, point number 5, is comfort and energy. So there's 2 points for you to do this whole video for your business. Number 1, show people that you're capable of delivering the thing that you promise. So that's where you show them how you do stuff. Number 2, show your personality. So when your clients look at you, okay, you can solve their problem. But number 2 is what a lot of people miss, is your personality. They want to make up their mind. Can I work with this person? Yes or no? So it's a combination of these both. A lot of people just focus on number 1. Here's how I did this. Here's how I did that. No, it's also another half. People judge you by your personality. I like the way you talk. I like your mannerism. I think I can work well with this. So when you have both of these together, you have a potential client from YouTube. So if you want to be true to yourself on camera, the only way is to be as comfortable as you can so you have high energy during filming, like how it is right now. These are what I feel to be good comfort boosters, small tweaks, but big impact. Number 1, a lot of people neglect this, is to dress well. You need to dress like you. Wear clothes that make you feel good, right? So let me tell you a story. Like when I started this whole entrepreneurial journey, just like a lot of people who quit their jobs to do their own business, they tend to work at home in their pajamas. And I followed suit with this because maybe this crowd was trying to rebel against the 9-to-5 culture. After a year of wearing pajamas every day, I went to the bathroom and brushed my teeth. And then I looked at myself in the mirror. I had really unkempt hair. I just looked really bad. And I'm like, I don't like the way I look. I don't feel comfortable. But naturally, I'm a little preppy. I always been very preppy. That's just how I am. So now even I work at home, nobody sees me. I still wear nice clothes. Not to impress anybody. I don't go out. But it's to make me feel confident when I work, when I create videos. The other thing is I always try to keep my background clean. In my home studio, I tell my wife not to place anything on this bench right here because the camera's going to pick it up. And also what I'm trying to do now in this video moving forward is I like nature and I want my vibe to represent in my video. So now I'm starting to create more videos like this one, outdoors. Might be a little too bright right now, but this is the kind of thing that I'm working towards because this suits my vibe. Because my vibe will attract people who are similar to me. All right, moving on. So that's comfort. The second thing is energy. Filming videos like this really drains your energy. Like talking to the camera like this, looking at the script. This really drains me after one session. Even I've been doing this for a while. It really does. Like after this, I don't want to do any video. I want to relax. So I always schedule out the time where I record YouTube videos where I have the most energy in the week. So to me, that's early in the morning, right after I send my kid to preschool. I have 3-4 hour window before he comes back. Nobody's gonna bother me and it's early morning. That's when I have the most energy. So that's when I record. I try not to cram too many other heavy tasks on that same day so I don't feel tired. And sometimes even if you have this kind of schedule, okay, I'm gonna record on Tuesday at 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. Maybe that day you just don't feel it. It's just not your vibe that day for whatever reason. It's okay to skip. It's okay to rest. We're entrepreneurs, we're hustling, I get it, but man, it's okay to rest. Feeling comfortable with high energy will make your videos look more authentic because you are, and you'll enjoy the process even more. You don't want to burn out, you want to enjoy the process so you can keep creating more videos. So there you go. Those are the 5 practical things I use to make me more confident on camera. But feeling and looking good is only the first step. Step 2 is doing videos that will attract your ideal client to come to you. And if you want to know which video idea specifically to make, watch this video next. My name is Helmi. See ya.